Hello everyone. We'll find the ratios for few more allied angles. That is cosec 765 degree. Now 765 is a measure which is much greater than 360 degree. So we need it to reduce it. For that we'll divide 765 by 360. So this is what we get, 2 times 360 plus 45, and we are aware that 360 degree is equivalent to 0 degree. 360 degree is equivalent to 0 degree. So therefore this reduces to just cosec 45 degree, hence its value is root 2. The next question, tan of minus. Now this is a minus here. Let us consider this as a whole. So we rewrite this again as a multiple of 360 and we'll go see the remainder. So first we find that when we take up the multiple, we find 3 times 360 and this remainder is 330. Now I have always said avoid the remainder greater than the divisor. Go in for the next multiple, that is it is 4 times 360. This will give us the remainder minus 30. We just need to rewrite, so it does not matter. So we rewrite it as minus 1410 is minus 4 times 360 plus 30 degree. Hence tan of that will be tan of minus 4 times 360 plus 30 degree, which is tan 30 degree, and hence the value is 1 upon root 3. So now this is an alternate way of taking up the question. Now here I am taking up as the negative sign along with the. So what is tan of minus theta? That is minus tan theta. Now the same thing repeats, the multiple of 360, it is 4 times 360 minus 30. 4 times 360 is 0. So this comes out to be minus 30 degree. Again this is again tan of minus theta, which says that it will be minus of, minus and minus makes it positive. So we have that 1 upon root 3. So whether it is the through taking the whole thing or taking the negative, it makes no difference, value of it remains the same. Now we move on to the next question. Sine of 420 degree multiplied by cos of 390 degree plus cos of minus 660 degree sine of minus 330 degree. Analyze each numbers first. To start with, 420 is 360 plus 120, 390 360 plus 30. Now cos of minus 660, we know that cos of minus theta is cos theta. So we can rewrite it, but I have continued with this negative sign. I have written it as a multiple of 360, that is minus 2 times 360 plus 60 degree, and here minus 330 is minus 360 plus 30 degree. So all the multiples of 360 reduces to 0. Hence what is left is finally sine of 120 degree. Now what is that 120 degree? We are supposed to find the ratio of it. So we need to rewrite this 120 degree in terms of the acute angle. So I am using 180 minus 60 degree. Here it is just cos 30 degree. Then here this also reduces, it becomes cos 60 degree. This is also reduced to sine 30 degree. Now sine of 180 minus 180 does not change the ratio. So we continue with the same ratio, and 120 degree is at the second quadrant for which sine is positive. So the sign attached to it is positive. So we have this expression finally whose values are clear to us. We put the value and we get the answer as 1. Likewise we have the next question. Sine of 600 degree tan of minus 690 plus sec of 840 cot of minus 945. Rewrite each angle. 600 can be written as 720 minus 120, tan of minus 690 can be written as minus 720 plus 30, 840 is 720 plus 120, and this is minus 94, can be written as minus 108. So, this has now been reduced to an angle to which is less than 360 degree. So, this comes out to be sine of minus, because this is 0. So, it is minus of 120 degree, tan 30 degree, sec 120 degree, cot 135 degree. Now, again to find the values, 120, we have taken this as minus of sine theta, because sine of, we know sine of minus theta is minus sine theta. So, that property has been used. So, we get minus of sine 180 minus 60 degree. So, 180 minus, we just discussed one question. So, sine 180 minus 60, 180 does not change the ratio, we continue with sine ratio. 180 minus 60 in the second quadrant, sine is positive. So, this negative sign continues, and the value of this expression, that is tan 30 degree. Tan 30 degree is 1 upon root 3. Now, again here sec 120 minus 60, sec 120 minus 60, 120 does not change the ratio. So, this remains as sec, but 120 is in the second quadrant for which sec ratio will be negative. So, this negative sign. Likewise, cot 135 degree is against 135, 180 minus 45 degree, 180 does not change the ratio continues, but 135 degrees in the second quadrant where cot is negative. So, that is also negative. So, the two negatives makes it positive, and hence the value, we have the value. Now, similar questions. Now, here this is on the basis of radians. So, 11 upon 3 need to be rewritten. Now, 11 upon 3 we will again rewrite it in terms of a multiple of 2 pi, sum of multiple of 2 pi. So, 11 upon 3. So, how do we get that 11 upon 3's how do we remove that fraction? 11 upon 3, as I said, 3 times of this will be 9. So, the remainder is 2. The remainder of this is 2, which I always say avoid. So, we go in for the next quotient, that makes it 12, and the remainder gives you 1. So, that way we have it as 4 pi minus pi on 3. We just need to rewrite this expression, that is all. So, that isn't it 12 pi minus 1, that is 11 pi. So, we have rewritten it as a multiple of 4 pi, so that we can reduce this quantity to 0. So, this is nothing but tan of minus pi on 3, which comes out to be minus tan pi on 3. Now, 2 pi on 3, 2 pi on 3, it is pi minus pi on 3. Pi does not change the ratio, continues with the sine ratio. This is in the second quadrant, so sine ratio is positive. So, this negative sign continues. Now, 35 pi on 4, 35 pi on 4 is 9 pi minus pi on 6. 9 pi has 8 pi plus, it is not an even multiple. So, we need to write it as a sum of a number and sum of even plus 1 pi. So, that 8 pi plus pi makes it 9 pi, and 8 pi is equivalent to 0. So, we have it as pi minus pi on 4. Now, pi minus pi on 4, second quadrant, cosec function positive, no change in the ratio, continues with the same ratio, and hence we get it as plus of cosec pi on 4, whose value is root 2, and hence that way we solve it and get the value of that expression. Now, the next question, sine square pi on 18 plus sine square pi on 9 plus sine square 7 pi on 18 plus sine square 4 pi on 9. Now, the question says you have to find the value of all this. Now, when you go through the angles, the ratio is, the expression is in single ratio, it is all in sine, 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 but all the 4 angles are different angles. So, what we need to do is, we need to analyze the angles as well as the ratios. So, we first find that these angles can be expressed, each of them can be expressed as upon 18, like pi on 9. Pi on 9 is 2 pi on 18, 4 pi on 9 is 8 pi on 18. So, this is now reduced to 2 pi on 18, 4 pi on 18 is reduced to 8 pi on 18. Now, what is the next observation? What is that we have to do next? What we need to do is we need to find out the combination of angle. Is there any combination in terms of allied angles? That is, does the angle add up or with the difference is a multiple of pi on 2. So, that is what we see here. Pi on 18 and 8 pi on 18 is nothing but, when you add the two, nothing but pi on 2. So, pi on 18 and 8 pi on 18 is connected. Likewise, 2 pi on 18 and 7 pi on 18, they two add up to pi on 2, which says that we can rewrite the higher values into the smaller values. That is, 8 pi on 18 angle can be reduced to pi on 18 through this relation, because 8 pi on 18 is pi on 2 minus 18. Now, what is the ratio in it? The ratio that we have is, it changes the ratio because it is it's expressed as pi on 2 minus theta, and that change makes it cos. So, this is converted to cos, that is sine square 8 pi on 18 converts to cos pi on 18. Similar conversion is seen in this expression also, that is 7 pi on 18. So, we have it as 7 pi, sine 7 pi on 18 is read as sine of pi on 2 minus 2 pi on 18, which is cos 2 pi on 18. Therefore, when you read the whole expression after rewriting the expression, we find that the expression now converts to only two angle form with another ratio attached. But we can connect the ratios as this is sine square pi on 18, this is also cos square pi on 18. It is read as sine square theta plus cos square theta. So, the value of it is 1. Likewise, this is again another expression of the type sine square theta plus cos square theta, its value is 1. So, this adds up to 2. So, this is how we need to find the ratios. Now, another question based on it, sine of pi plus theta, it is in the third quadrant, pi does not change the ratio. So, we have it as minus sine theta. Cos of pi on 2 plus theta, pi on 2 changes the ratio, it becomes sine, but pi on 2 plus theta is in the second quadrant. So, it is minus of. Tan 3 pi on 2 minus 3 pi on 2 changes into complementary, and 3 pi on 2 minus theta, it is in the third quadrant. 3 pi on 2 is from here to here. So, minus theta changes its direction. So, the angle is finally in the third quadrant. So, therefore, we have tan in the third quadrant positive. So, this will be plus cot theta. The next, the denominator part 4 pi is already a 0. So, it is sine minus theta makes it minus of sine theta, or I will have left it in this form. Now, sec of 3 pi on 2, 3 pi on 2 changes the ratio and it becomes cosec, and 3 pi on 2 again, this is in the third quadrant, says that cosec will be, the sec will be negative. Hence, the ratio finally converts to minus cosec theta. Now, cot of 7 pi on 2, 7 pi on 2, 7 pi on 2 is greater than 2 pi. So, we reduce it to less than 2 pi first. This is the combination that we see in it, 4 pi minus pi on 2. So, that makes it 0, and this is finally read as cot of minus of a. Cot of minus of a, which is nothing but minus of cot a. So, that is what I have written, minus of cot a. Now, cot pi on 2 plus theta minus of cot a, what I have written, a represents pi on 2 plus theta. So, pi on 2 changes the ratio, so becomes tan. Now, pi on 2 plus theta in the second quadrant, so tan is negative. So, this becomes negative, and negative make a correction, there is a correction here, this has to be positive. So, the final expression becomes plus cos square theta. So, because cot of pi on 2 plus theta, pi on 2 plus theta is in the second quadrant, pi on 2 plus theta is in the second quadrant, because of which chord ratio is negative. There is already a minus sign of the minus that we have here. So, that minus and this minus makes it, there is a mistake in writing. So, please correct it, this is plus tan. So, the answer comes out to be plus cos square theta. Now, we have few more questions which are based on application of this. Like you read in this question, for any triangle ABC, find the value of cos of A plus B plus cos of C. Now, what is the purpose of having this as any triangle ABC? Because we know that in a triangle, angle A plus angle B plus angle C comes out to be pi. So, we can express this pi A plus B in terms of C, that is A plus B is pi minus C. So, this is left as cos pi minus C makes it minus of cos C, and this plus C makes it 0. So, we have the answer to this as 0. Another question based in continuation to it, we have cos, you have to find the value of cos of A plus B upon 2 minus sin C upon 2. So, we have this relation A plus B upon 2 is equal to pi on 2 minus C upon 2. So, which is coming out to be pi on 2 minus C upon 2, that is sin C upon 2 minus, hence this is also 0. So, these are all application based questions in continuation of that allied angles. We can get all these questions as objective type questions where much steps are not required. Next, another question of this kind, for any quadrilateral ABCD, sine of A plus B and sine C plus D is what? That is, you have to find the value of this. So, again we can rewrite, because quadrilateral ABCD says A plus B plus C plus D is 2 pi. So, I have replaced C plus D as 2 pi minus. Now, whenever, just listen carefully the way I read. I always read an expression. You also try to read the expression in terms of the formula that we have. The formula that we have is sine of 2 pi minus, it is 2 pi minus theta. So, it is understood that the theta that we have is A plus B, but always try to read it in terms of the formula, so that you can have the answer in that. So, what is sine 2 pi minus theta? Sine 2 pi minus theta, 2 pi minus theta is in the fourth quadrant. So, says that 2 pi minus theta, it comes out to be fourth quadrant. So, sine ratio is negative. So, that minus sign is here, and this is sine. So, the sum up, it sums up to 0. Another question based on this, APCD is a cyclic quadrilateral. What is the property of a cyclic quadrilateral? That is, sum of the opposite sides, that is A plus C is pi, B plus D is pi. You have to find the value of this expression. First, let us use the property that we have taken up, that is cos of 180 minus theta is nothing but 180 minus A, 180 minus A second quadrant, 180 no change in the ratio, continues with cos second quadrant. So, this is minus 180 plus beta B third quadrant, 180 no change, but third quadrant cos is negative. So, it is a minus here. 180 plus C, 180 no change in ratio, third quadrant sine is minus, minus sine 90, 90 changes the ratio, this becomes cos, and 90 plus theta is in the second quadrant. So, this is positive. So, this negative sign continues. Now, we find that the expression, as we did in the previous question, one question where we had 4 different angles, that is what I am saying, you try to analyze the relation between the angles. Here we have A and C, the 2 angles are related as supplementary, B and D, they are also connected. So, using this property, we get the value of this also 0. So, this is how we take up the questions based on allied angles. Now, we move on to the next identity, that is, we will be finding the ratio of compound angles. Now, compound angles means sum, that is whatever angles we have will take up a combination of sum or difference. So, we have the formula. Now, using, I have written the formula, one side I have written sum of the angles, the other side I have written the difference of the angle. So, it is, we have to practice the questions through these formulae using this. You can write it in one sheet and keep reading that formula again and again to remember the formula. To start with, sine of a plus b. Now, sine of a plus b, the formula says it is sine a, that is we are expressing this a plus b, the compound angle that we have got, in terms of a and b, and a and b are those angles whose ratios we are aware of. To start with, I will explain with an example here. Like here, a is pi on 6 and b is pi on 4. So, if you take up the addition of the two angles, what we find is it is nothing but 5 pi on 12. Now, 5 pi on 12 and the angle is 5 pi on 12, and we are asked to find the ratio corresponding to it. To start with, I have started with sine of pi, 5 pi on 12. Now, sine 5 pi on 12, I have expressed it in terms of a plus b, sum of two angles, and the formula says it is sine a, sine pi on 6, cos b, cos pi on 4, sine b, that is sine pi on 4, cos a, that is cos pi on 6. Now, put the respective values, both all these angles that we have, its ratios are known to us. Sine pi on 6, it is 1 on 2, cos pi on 4, it is 1 on root 2. So, that gives us 1 upon 2 root 2. Similarly, yes, cos pi on 6, it is root 3 upon 2, sine pi on 4, it is 1 upon root 2. So, we have the answer sine pi on 12 as root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. Now, similarly, we can find the ratio for cosine function also. So, it is in the form of cos of a plus b. Now, cos of a plus b is cos a plus cos a cos b minus sin a sin b. Now, cos a is pi on 6, b is pi on 4. So, cos pi on 6 has root 3 upon 2 and cos pi on 4 has 1 upon root 2. Sin pi on 6 has 1 upon 2, sin pi on 4 is 1 root 2. So, that can be written together as root 3 minus 1 upon 2 root 2. So, that is with sum of the angles. Now, we go in for the same combination of angles with a difference. Now, here I have taken a minus b, sorry, unfortunately this is again wrongly written, it should have been b minus a. This should have been b minus a because I have taken pi on 4 minus pi on 6. So, this should have been b minus a. So, for b minus a, what is the value of b minus a? It is pi on 12. Pi on 12, that is we are finding the ratio for the angle pi on 12, sine ratio. So, we rewrite first pi on 12 in terms of difference of two angles, that is pi on 4 minus pi on 6. So, this is read as sine of b minus a. What will the formula be? Sine b cos a minus cos a sin b. The respective ratios makes it this. So, we get the value of it. Now, similarly, the cosine function cos of pi on 12, cos combination is pi on 4 minus pi on 6. So, cos of a minus b, b minus a, sorry, it is cos b cos a plus sin b sin a. The respective values makes it 3 pi on root 3 plus 1 upon 2 root 2. So, I have taken few more ratios, like here I have taken cot of pi on 12. Cot of pi on 12 is pi on 4 minus pi on 6. Again cot a cot b plus the numerator part of cot function is plus and the denominator. One information that I have said here, it is cot, when you take cot b minus cot a minus b, it is cot a cot b plus 1 upon cot b minus cot a. You need to remember this fact, it is b minus a that we will have to take up. So, that thing will be taken up as cot of pi on 6 minus cot of pi on 4. and when you put the value, we get root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1. Now, I have taken a subsequent value here, tan phi pi on 12. Tan phi pi on 12 is taken up in terms of sum of the two angles. The two angles which is explained above, it is pi on 6 plus pi on 4. So, as per the tan formula, we have tan A plus tan of A plus B is tan A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. When you put the respective value, tan pi on 6 is 1 upon root 3 plus 1 minus 1 upon, we need to rewrite this, that is written as root 3 plus 1 upon root 3 minus 1. So, what we find is, we find that these two ratios are same values, but this is cot pi on 12 and tan phi pi on 12. So, that means there is a relation, tan and cot, they are complementary ratios and the angles are also complementary. So, that is related. Likewise, you find that cos phi pi on 12, this is 12, cos phi pi on 12 and sin phi pi on 12, they both have the same value, that is the indicator, this is what I am indicating here. Similarly, sin phi pi on 12 and cos pi on 12, they both have the same ratios. So, this is how with the combination of compounded angle, that is either taking sum or difference, we can find the ratios sum or difference, we can find the ratios for few more angles. So, I have taken up these examples. The next one is, one more example has been taken up, that is if A is pi on 3 and B is pi on 4, I have taken the sum of the two, that makes it 7 pi on 12. Now, analyze this, 7 pi on 12, had it been 6 pi on 12, it would have been pi on 2, which says that 7 pi on 12 is slightly greater than pi on 2. So, this says that this belongs to the second quadrant. So, let us find the ratios of this angle. To start with, sine of 7 pi on 12, sine of A plus B, sin A cos B plus cos A sin B, the respective values, we get it as root 3 plus 1. Now, cos of 7 pi on 12, sin cos of A plus B, this is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. Now, cos A 1 upon root 2, cos B 1 upon 2 minus sin A 1 upon root 2, sin B root 3 upon 2. So, it is 1 minus root 3 upon 2 root 2. Now, when you observe this carefully, you will find that this is a negative number, root 3 is greater than 1. So, this comes out to be negative. So, we rewrite this as minus of root 3 minus 1, which says that the ratio of cos of 7 pi on 12 is negative. It has to be negative because this angle that we have is in the second quadrant and cosine in the second quadrant is negative, and that is the meaning of this negative ratio. So, what we find that again there is a comparison, 7 pi on 12 and 5 pi on 12, the values are same because they add up to pi. 7 pi on 12 and cos pi on 12, their values are same because their difference comes out to be pi on 2. So, this way if you analyze it, you will find that there will always be a relation between the angles. So, we could find the ratios for few more angles. Now, we are making use of the application of the same formula, that is sum or difference of the angles. The question is to evaluate the value of this expression. Now, here this is cos of, read the expression, you will come to know about the identity to be applied. This is read as cos A cos B. Keep the identity ready in front of you so that you can relate it, plus sin A sin B. So, the formula that is connected to it is cos of A minus B, and that makes it 60 degrees. So, the ratio is 1 upon 2. The next question again, read it, the expression. Again, I always read the expression in terms of the formula that is to be applied. So, listen carefully how I am reading the question. It is cos of A cos of B minus sin of A sin of B, which is nothing but cos of A plus B, because this connecting sign is minus, and which comes out to be cos 60, same the value, that is 1 upon 2. The next question, tan of A plus tan B upon 1 minus tan A tan B. This is nothing but tan of A plus B. So, which is reduced to tan pi on 6, which has 1 upon root 3 as its value. Next question, sine of alpha, sine alpha, sine beta plus cos alpha, cos beta. The question has A and A in it, so I am reading it in a different format. This is nothing but cos of alpha minus beta. So, it is reduced to 2A. The next question, sine of sin A cos B plus cos A sin B whole square. Analyze this, you will find that this happens to be sine of A plus B. So, it is nothing but sine square A plus B. Similarly, this is nothing but cos of A plus B. So, it is cos square A plus B. This is read as sine square theta plus cos square theta, hence its value is 1. Another type of question that we have is to find the value of sine of A minus B with the given information, that is sine of A is 5 upon 13, cos of B is 3 upon 5, which says that A and B are two angles of two different triangles. They are not of the same triangle. So, first I prefer to go in for a triangle method here, that is we will rewrite this expression in terms of this triangle. So, I have made a right angle triangle with this as the perpendicular side, 13 as the hypotenuse, and as we see it is a right angle triangle, we need to know what is the third side of it, because we are aware of the Pythagorean triplet, 5 square plus 12 square is 13 square. Similarly, for the next ratio, we make another triangle RMB, a right angle triangle, of which base is 3, hypotenuse is 5. So, 4 is a perpendicular, because 3, 4, 5 are Pythagorean triplet. Now, the question says find the value of sin A minus B. Rewrite the formula sin A cos B minus cos A sin B. Put the values are very clearly in front of us. We will put the values and we find it is minus of 33 upon 65. Now, this ratio comes out to be negative. Now, what is the significance of this negative sign? We need to know all these things. Sin of A minus B, the ratio is negative, says that A minus B is in the fourth quadrant, because it is the difference of the two angles. Difference of the two angle, I am giving an example. If it is 45, A is 45 degree and B is 60 degree. So, what is the difference of this angle? This comes out to be minus 15 degree, and sin minus 15 degree will have a negative ratio. So, we have this as a negative ratio because the angle that we are whose ratio we are finding is in the fourth quadrant. Now, another question, cos of A plus B, with the information that sin B is 24 upon 25 and cos A is 5 upon 13. Similar construction of the right angle triangles. With third side, we are aware because of the Pythagorean triplets that we have, and then using the formula cos A plus B is cos A cos B minus sin A sin B. So, this value comes out to be minus of 253 upon 325 degree. Now, the significance of minus 253 upon 325 is again saying that the angle that we have A plus B belongs to second quadrant. That is the reason why cosine ratio is negative. Thank you.